What's going on? It is yours truly, the party starter, Keith Mack. And we're here for a little bit of a special project, a little extra. I know a lot of people seen this documentary, Seize the Moment, and have seen a lot of great moments and memorabilia from George's life. His 40-year career in wrestling, whether, it's the legends that he's been in the ring with or the people that he's taught, George has meant so much to so many in the state of North Carolina and all over. So that's why I wanted to do something special for him, to kind of give him some motivation getting ready to go into this title match. It's not a Bojangles biscuit, I promise. But George, you've done so much, and I don't think there's not anybody in this whole entire state that does not have a story for you and know how much you mean to him. So with that, hopefully this motivates you. Hopefully we'll be celebrating that win on Saturday night in Lexington as you win that NWA title. So George, this one's for you. Okay, my buddy.
George South hasn't just been a part of AML wrestling over the past decade. He's been AML wrestling for the past decade. And when Brian Hawks and I were searching for some way, some small thing we could do to pay him back for the many years he's given to us at AML Wrestling and to WrestleCade and to pro wrestling in general and to all you wrestling fans out there, it became apparent to us really quickly that the one thing that would mean the most to George would be a shot at the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. Brian Hawks worked relentlessly for weeks to make it happen, and he finally got the okay. So George, on March 29th, it's you versus Tom Latimer, the current NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, for the title in Lexington, North Carolina on March 29th. And we're all going to be in your corner, George. Some figuratively and some literally, but we'll be there rooting you on. And we're excited to see you get that opportunity. And we're more excited to know that you'll be bringing that title to AML Wrestling. We love you, George.
Arn Anderson here, of course you knew that. Today I have a very easy task. Thomas Latimer is the NWA champion at this current time. That's a prestigious title, prestigious situation to be in. Everybody that's been in this business since I've been in it understands and identifies what the NWA champion is. George, you got a shot at that, and it's the first time ever you've had a crack at the NWA title. You got a lot of old timers and a lot of young guys and everything in between that are, let's just face it, we're pulling for you, George. You paid your dues. You've done a lot of things to bolster this business and keep it in the forefront. I wish you a lot of luck. Take it to him, my man. Hope you walk out of there with that title.
What an opportunity for George South. Could not be happier for him to be able to challenge for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. A man that means so much to a lot of us in the North Carolina wrestling community. Took time, effort, energy to train a lot of us, investing so much time when others maybe wouldn't. But so happy for George. Truly a national treasure, no pun intended. But we believe in you, George. No matter the outcome, you've always been our champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the AML World Tag Team Champions, Dave and Zane Dawson. And we just wanted to take a couple seconds to wish our buddy, our good buddy, old pal, George South, the best of luck at the next AML show, Seize the Moment, when he goes one-on-one with the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Yeah, George, we know you've been in the ring with every single pro wrestler on the planet. You've been in the biggest matches with the biggest stars in the entire pro wrestling industry. But this match is the most important match, and there's no pressure, George. But we're wishing you good luck, and we got your back. And if you need anything, you know who to call. Yeah, we'll be there with bells on and tears in our eyes to watch our best friend George South win the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Good luck, George. Go get him, baby!
Hey George, remember Joseph, the coat of many colors in the Bible? Your story kind of reminds me of that. It's kind of the part where Joseph is in prison, he's helping people, and all he wanted them to do was remember his name. Then, one person got out of prison, got into a great place where he started working. The king started to lose his mind. Pharaoh was having these dreams that he could not interpret. He couldn't get an interpreter to do it. He had interpreter after interpreter. Nothing worked. However, the person that used to work with Joseph in prison said, hey, I remember this guy, and he was interpreting dreams. I think he could interpret yours. Pharaoh says, go get him. So Joseph is coming to approach the king. George, getting ready to face Pharaoh. Pharaoh wants to know what you're going to say. The whole world is waiting, George. But if you know like I know, what a lot of people know, and the whole world is about to find out, is this. Good luck, George.
Saturday, March 29th, West Davidson High School, AML presents Seize the Moment. And the man that is going to seize that moment is number 1, George South. His opportunity for the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. A man that has never gotten that opportunity, but has deserved it more than anybody else. He can be amongst the greatest of the NWA. The Jack Briscoes, the Ricky Steamboats, the Ric Flairs, and the name to add to that list, George South, Mr. Number 1.
What do I say about George South? First of all, he's number 1, and he is going to be number 1. He's going to walk out of there NWA champion. I know it, you know it. He is the best. He's such a lovely man, and I can't wait to see him with the title strapped around his waist, going straight to Wendy's early so he don't sit with the crazies. But he is an amazing guy, an amazing trainer, an amazing man, and I love him with all my heart. Way to go, George.
George South, my old friend, tougher than leather, going up against the world's heavyweight champion, the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion nonetheless. And George, I expect you to beat him. You're not anybody's lackey. You're the best of the best in my book, and I'm campaigning for you to represent the top of the world and become the new NWA World's Heavyweight Champ. Go get him, George.
I am so excited. We have been working on this for so long. I mean, people don't even understand. Years and years trying to get this set. For the first time ever, George South challenges for the NWA World's Heavyweight title. Man, I never get involved in anything. I never walk to the ring. I'm always backstage, but I'm so excited. I'm going to walk out with George. It's such a special moment. March 29th, Lexington, North Carolina. Make sure you guys come out. We're going to make some history.
George South, Mr. Number 1, George South, you've been such a huge influence in my life. You've been a trainer, you've been a mentor, you've been everything and more, and you've been a cornerstone of North Carolina wrestling. You've lifted so many people up in this sport. It's time for us to lift you up, and I'm so excited to say that you have my full endorsement and support as you go for the NWA title against Tom Latimer. Good luck, sir. I believe in you. I love you. You're gonna win it all.
George South has taught me many things in life, both inside and outside of the ring. George South has taught me how to maximize your opportunities, how to take advantage, how to take care of your family, no matter what it takes. That's why I believe in my heart of hearts that George South will become the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. George South taught me what it meant to be a champion. Told me what it meant to be a man. And I have faith that the man, number 1, Mr. George South, will be NWA World Champion. I believe in you, George. Love you.
George, well, do I have to introduce myself? Your worst nightmare, but here, upcoming, I understand, George, you've got a big title shot here for the NWA Heavyweight title. Well, long overdue. Best of luck to you, George. The competitor that you are, I know you're going to give Latimer everything he can handle, and may the best man come out on top. George, God bless you, man. Great job. Way to stay with it.